At FIE, we're not just
students
and faculty.
We're not only learners
and lecturers.
We are expanding minds,
expanding futures.
We're redefining the classroom.
We are life-changing.
Eye-opening. We are a community
driven by our values
that wants you.
You.
Yes, you.
To join.
Hello and welcome to In the Field, a podcast from FIE where we will be exploring all things study abroad. I'm Dr. Heidi James Dunbar, writer in residence and senior faculty, and I will be your host. Joining me today for this special Christmas episode is one of our students, Evelina Caibalina, who is a third-year student at the University of Florida, majoring in business administration with a specialization in health administration and a minor in professional selling. She has studied abroad in London this semester because of the diverse culture of the city has always intrigued her. She also wanted to gain valuable professional experience through an internship. And she's going to be telling us all about enjoying Christmas here in London. Hello, Evelina. Thank you so much for joining me.
Hi, thanks so much for having me on.
How's your semester been so far?
My semester has been amazing. Very cold compared to Florida, where I'm from. Getting used to the weather, the late, having it be dark for so many hours, but I've been loving it, loving the culture, community, and just the city life. It's been amazing.
Wonderful. It sounds like you've really made the most of your time here.
Yeah, I definitely have. I feel like we're coming to the end right now. We have a little over a week left, basically just a week left. And I'm trying to cram like everything in that I can do within the next week. But London is just so big. It's kind of overwhelming, but nice at the same time because I feel like I can come back and have a totally different experience, do so many new things. So it's been great.
Wonderful. Do you have any top tips for other students on how they might make the most of their study abroad semester?
Yeah, definitely. I think studying abroad when you come to such a big city initially can be a little overwhelming is what I felt. But definitely that doesn't, counteract the fact that you're so excited. But I would definitely recommend not trying to plan too much, but just going out into the city and exploring it for yourself. Because I feel like that's definitely when I had the best experiences and you really just kind of get a local perspective of what's going on within London or whatever city you might be studying abroad in. So I would definitely recommend, plan some things to try and keep yourself busy on schedule and everything with school and work and everything else you have going on, but definitely take the time to go out and just get lost in the city. It's really, really fun and a great way to get to know the area.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think that's wonderful advice. And I wondered if you would share any recommendations on celebrating and experiencing Christmas while you're here in London.
Yeah, definitely. So Christmas in London is huge. I didn't realize how big of a deal it was till I saw everybody planning to come down for Christmas, specifically to London. But just being here compared to being at home is really different because it is such a big city and I come from a smaller town. So anywhere that you go, there's either a Christmas market going on or every street is filled with lights with different themes. And even when you're just walking around by any type of corner store, everything's decorated. Everyone's extremely festive. So I think just it's really easy to find things to do for Christmas. And one of my favorite things has definitely been just the lights. Anywhere that I walk, I'll make sure I'll just search it before, like what new lights have been up. Bond Street was one of my favorites because they had different themes for each of the designer stores. It was a really, really cool, kind of like an art exhibit to see. Yeah, definitely just taking advantage because you're of walking so much. You're walking everywhere. So might as well make it a beautifully lit experience.
Absolutely. Have you tried ice skating? Because there's various different outdoor rinks.
Yeah, I went ice skating at Battersea. It was really, really fun. Definitely crowded. You gotta try your best to learn how to brake as quick as possible because there's what's flying by. You got kids, you got grandparents, so it's kind of just a really crazy environment. But I think it's a classic. You have to ice skate when it's the Christmas season, especially when it's cold outside. It really just gets you into that vibe.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're interested in sort of Christmas carol services and things, there's some great ones at the Royal Albert Hall and at Central St. Martin's, which is a big church, but obviously they're not necessarily religious services. And of course at Trafalgar Square, you've got the Christmas tree. There's so much that's gorgeous and exciting because you're in, the Dickens city where our ideas for what Christmas should look like really come from.
Exactly. Yeah, it's been amazing.
Any other tips for enjoying Christmas or even more importantly, just enjoying sort of that kind of hunkering down in this, as you say, it gets dark and cold, but we're pretty good at it. We've had a lot of practice at it in this country. So have you picked up any of those ways to kind of actually just enjoy it and make the most of being cozy?
Yeah. I think that with Christmas, it's really hard to avoid the cozy season because that's what it is by nature. It's one of my favorite ones. I think really just like I was saying earlier, going out and exploring. If you find, events that of prior to, you could definitely go to those. But if you just go out and walk in a busier area or even smaller boroughs throughout the city, everything has its own unique take on what their holiday looks like. So, I mean, I work in Chiswick for my internship and it's a little bit smaller, more of a residential, from what I understand, like quaint area. And seeing Christmas there when I'm just walking home from work, I'll take an extra 30 minutes to get to the Tube to just see the decorations there and what different activities they might have compared to central London, which is a lot more mainstream, I guess. So doing things like kind of going off of the path that everybody tells you to go on, I think it's amazing. And it just feels like home away from home. It's great.
Yeah, because London is so diverse and culturally diverse. The way Christmas and the holidays are celebrated is so multiple. Absolutely. Can I give you a recommendation? Obviously, this is for everyone else too.
Please give me any recommendations. I'm open to anything.
If you have chance, do try and check out a pantomime.
Okay, what is that?
Okay, so a pantomime is a show. It's a theatre show. It's very traditionally British. They say things like, there's lots of kind of tropes, but it's really good fun. It's for all the family. It's a bit risque. It's a bit naughty. Like the people dress in different, like so there'll be a pantomime dame that's always a man dressed in women's clothing. There's the Prince Charming's usually a girl, and it's all topsy-turvy. It's sort of based on the old Tudor tradition, so a very ancient tradition of topsy-turvy, turning things around. And it's good fun. It's all like, he's behind you, or they say things like, oh, he's been a very naughty boy. Aladdin's been a naughty boy. And the audience will shout out, oh, no, he hasn't. It's real interactive, good fun.
Oh my God, I love that.
Honestly, you'd love it. It's not highbrow at all, but it's brilliant. And they're all over, from small theatres to the really quite special one at the Young Vic, which is always quite marvellous and sometimes has, Hollywood or major stars appearing in the cast. So that would be my recommendation for you.
I definitely want to do that. That sounds so fun. I think especially with it being interactive, that's something that I found is a little bit different here compared to back home. Everyone's a lot more kind of open to talk to strangers and just like be themselves in a way where it just really feels like a community and you're hanging out with friends even though you've never met them before. And I feel like that show is probably a good example of it, of everybody just kind of chiming in. That sounds really fun.
Wonderful. Thank you. Any final thoughts on your semester abroad?
Yeah, so my semester abroad, oh my gosh, I could talk about this for days. It's so good. This is my first time really leaving the country, the States. So I kind of went full force by fully moving to a different city, a different country for 3 months, working and studying here. Yeah, I didn't expect to love my classes as much as I did. I came in with a good attitude to it. Obviously, I love to learn, and I really, appreciate and am thankful for the experience that I get through my university. But my classes in particular, the professors here are so, so incredible and really like dedicated to their craft and making sure that the students get the most out of the experience. And me and my class and our professor, even though our semester is over, we're meeting up next week to all watch Hamilton together as like a final farewell. We've all gotten really, really close. And that's something that I definitely didn't expect in the classroom setting. So yeah, just looking back upon that, every time people ask something, I'm like, London is obviously great and it's a huge city and you have something going on every day, whether you want it to be or not. It's always go, go, go. But yeah, kind of the relationships and experiences that I've created and had at FIE in particular and with my professors has been really amazing. And yeah, I'm just so excited already to come back. I'm hoping to come back in the summer when it's a little warmer. It's the best season here. So I'm excited to come back here and hopefully bring family and friends and kind of just be able to show them around, show them what I know.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Evelina. Thank you for joining me.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much for having me on. This was so fun.
To learn more about our faculty courses and programs, visit our website www.fie.org.uk. And if you've enjoyed this podcast, check out our others wherever you listen to your podcasts. Thank you so much for joining us. FIE provides life-changing study abroad experiences in the UK, Ireland and Spain. As a non-profit educational organisation, we are passionately invested in making a difference for our students as the future global leaders of tomorrow and the field of international education as a whole. The FIE podcast is a creative and academic space for exploring everything, the people, the places and opportunities that make your experience so valuable and exciting.
FIE, we're here to help you
Unlock a wider
brighter future.